All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the K and J podcast. As always, I'm Justin,
I'm Kaptionz.
and we're gonna just get into it. So, the other day,
Yeah.
we went to go see the movie Mr. Glass.
I think it's just called Glass, right? Not
Is
Mr. Glass.
Oh yeah, it is just called Glass.
Because it's
That's right.
unbreakable, split, glass.
Yeah, so it's all one worded.
Unbreakable, split, Mr. Glass.
Mister. But man, it was amazing movie.
Yeah, so spoiler alerts. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to cut the video off. Everyone dies in the end. Gotta say it. It is the craziest ending that you're not even going to expect.
Yeah, because whenever we were getting into going to watch it, like, Kaptionz was talking about, like, how it had, like, a, 23% on Rotten Tomatoes?
It was 23 Rotten Tomato. And I was like, what is going on? And, like, all these hateful comments about M. Night Shyamalan again dropping the ball, rinse and repeat and all that for his antics and all that. But I was just like, I told you, I looked over at you, I was like, dude, that was a really good movie. I'm gonna see it again tomorrow. So it's gonna be great. Yeah. Well, no, Saturday I'm saying.
Saturday, yeah, that's right. But yeah, because like whenever you said that, like during the movie, I was just like, I wonder what parts like people were talking about, like where he dropped the ball, and I was just waiting. I'm like, this is good from beginning to end. And usually, like with trilogy movies, like the second one will probably sometimes do better than the first. Like in the instance of like Captain America, Bad Boys 2, Godfather, movies like that. The second always, triumphs the first one, but then the third kind of like falls off the map.
Yeah, I think it's like the foundation effect, like where it's like the first movie gives you a baseline of something to build on, right? So that second movie is based on that foundation, and it's strong. Oh, your foundation's strong, so your other movie, your theme of that movie is already built, so you can really let your imagination flow with it. Then sometimes, it always happens, the third movie is like the cherry on top that people's like, I don't want that fucking cherry, and just swipe off,
Yeah.
But this one, no, I was very pleased with it. I know it has mixed reviews, but fuck those negative reviews.
Yeah, but the cool thing about it too is because whenever we saw Unbreakable, we weren't really expecting like a secondary movie to come after that. It was just Unbreakable. And so, if you haven't seen Unbreakable before, another spoiler alert, even though you should have already seen it, at the very end, like, it comes off to where Mr. Glass is being arrested, or he gets arrested and, like, shows, Elijah, whatever his last name is, serving maximum life, whatever. And I was like, that's kind of, like, interesting, like, how they ended it. Like, it's not a true story, so I'm like, back then I was like, I wonder why they ended it that way.
It was like, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it was a while
17
back.
17 years, I think, actually?
I don't know. Yeah, you Google that. But then Split came out, and no one was expecting it to tie into it. So you're just like, oh man, Split, like this looks awesome, cool, It's really weird, and it had nothing to do with the first one to where you could say like, oh shit. It was only until the very end, spoiler alert again, whenever they're in the diner and they're talking about how the guy's new name is the Horde, and then this girl's like, oh, he has a funny name just like that guy a couple of years ago. What was his name? And Bruce Willis just comes out, Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass.
And we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and he's just like, yup. Yeah. Here we go again.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh man. And then trailer came out for Mr. Glass, and we were just hyped. For Glass, and we were just freaking hyped.
Yeah, Glass. So, Unbreakable came out in 2000.
So 19 years ago.
Yeah, but the sequel was 17 years ago, 2007. And remember, Split came out in 2017, I mean.
Oh, I was all right. 2007, homie. Hang on.
No, 2017. I can count. One back, two back. Remember that?
One bitch slap, two bitch.
But, so 17 years for a sequel, then the follow-up for that, or the ending. Maybe ending? It's kind of weird how they left it off.
Well, because, like, more spoilers, like, I'm so sorry,
Yeah, the title for this is going to be spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers. We're probably not going to get any views, but the cool thing about it, whenever, he's, like, talking to his mother, and she was like, oh, this was supposed to be the climax or whatever, he's like, no, this is just the origins.
The beginning, yeah.
So I'm just like, are the new generation gonna take over after seeing that video? Like, what's gonna happen?
It's kind of funny, like, because how they put the video out and then it like, went viral and everything. But I do love how it's like the conclusion, how they mix it. It's a conclusion and a origin.
Yeah.
So it's like a conclusion and prequel. Kinda. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
because M. Night Shyamalan did a really good job, like, with these, like, 3 movies.
Did he write this movie?
Yeah, it was all written and directed by him. And what's funny is, I was reading somewhere, I was looking at some, like, thing on YouTube about, Unbreakable, Split, and, like, things you miss, whatever. And apparently, like, this was his plan the entire time to do something like this.
I saw that too, like the little kid that he bumps into when he's
and that's supposed to be like the mom of Kevin. Kevin Krim.
Dude, Kevin Crumble.
Crumb. No, it was just Kevin Crumb.
Kevin Crumb. Yes.
Kevin Wendell Crumb.
Kevin Wendell Crumb, and that's why when he bumps him, he hears multiple voices and he's confused, and he goes about and then finds the guy that killed the dad, and the ending of Unbreakable. Yeah, the ending of Unbreakable. So I thought that was dope, dude.
Yeah, and honestly, like how in this third one, like it ties into with it. I'm not gonna go to that, but it ties with Kevin's father and what happened to him and how he played a factor into everything. So that was like, man, like how much of an imagination you need to have to plan all this. Like whenever I see movies like that to where it's like this goes to this but it's because it led into this, it's just like, how do people do that? Like it's just it's such a talent to have.
It's pretty incredible. But what if let's just play devil advocate, right? What if like he just adds that, like he's just like, you know how you have mental blocks, right? And then you look at like some old work that you've done or just something, you revisit things to inspire you. He's like, you know what? I don't know what to write anymore. So he's like, goes back to watching Unbreakable. He's like, I really like this movie. This was cool. He's like, whoa. He saw Kevin getting bumped into an auto. He's like, I can make something out of that. You know, I'm not saying that, I'm not going to discredit that he did not plan this from, A to C, which is C is glass, Unbreakable to glass, right?
Yeah.
But he probably was, if I'm thinking, he is amazing, but he's like, all right, there you go. I'm going to build something off of that right there.
And even if that is the case, that's still
incredible.
Very impressive. Because I remember hearing, I think we're talking about the same video. I think we both saw the same video. And he was talking about like how Split was actually supposed to be in Unbreakable, like something along the lines of that. But there was time constraints, so M. Night Shyamalan just kind of like wrote that off. Yeah, then he was like, he'll revisit it pretty much.
Okay, I definitely didn't watch that video. It was just, mine was like a 5-minute, in case you missed this.
Mine was like it was going into everything with color schemes, angles, how it's set up like a comic book, which was really well done. Like how in certain scenes you could see how it would convey a comic itself. And then the third one, it really goes with comics. Like, you see, like, some of the characters reading the comic and, like, it'll zoom out with them in that specific pose. You know what I mean? So, and, like, there's a lot of, like, a lot of symbology, too. Like, whenever we saw Mr. Glass in the very first movie, he always shows up in a reflection first as Glass. Yeah. And in this one, it was the mom that was showing up in a reflection at the very end with the TV. It shows her in the reflection.
Yeah.
So, it has like a lot of symbolism.
I guess I need to watch your video because mine was like a 5-minute, hey, in case you missed this.
Yeah, and I love those videos because it's just like, awesome. Someone took the time to like really dive into it, like with the whole Pixar theory stuff, with
any like
anything.
Conspiracy that's based on a movie, like none of those like 9/11 conspiracies. That's cool. JFK conspiracy, like they're really in depth, and I applaud them for focusing that much attention. I just don't care about those subjects.
Yeah,
and I'm not a terrorist, so who cares? But yeah, dude, the Rugrats, the creepypasta. You remember that website?
I remember creepypasta. I just remember reading the Slender Man stuff. I never really read anything else, but I know about the like cartoon conspiracy theories, like with Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie, dude, Jimmy Neutron. What? The big thing about I just remember reading very little about it, but I do remember the Fairly Godparents one.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Odd Parents.
The Timmy Turner one.
I never heard that one.
That's Timmy Turner and like Wanda and that's
Cosmo.
Cosmo. That's the characters, right? I'm just
those are the characters in Fairly Odd Parents. But I'm trying to think of what the conspiracy.
I'm just trying to make sure I know what I'm talking about first. No, it was just like based on. Oh, dude, honestly, I really wish Nick was here because he told me about it and I was kind of like blown away. I was like,
because I didn't. Do you know the Samurai Jack one?
No.
So you've seen the Powerpuff Girls, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so Samurai Jack.
Oh, is this the Mojo Joe one? Or
No. This is something different. So with Samurai Jack, the theory is that it's actually a post-apocalyptic Townville after the Powerpuff Girls destroy everything. That's why Samurai Jack and the Professor look exactly alike.
Oh,
and some images of Samurai Jack reflect that town.
Yeah, I did. I didn't read this, but I think I saw a video on it. Mm-hmm. That was really good.
Yeah. And there's that. There's a Rugrats theory.
That was one of the more creepy ones.
Yeah, that one was really messed up. Ed and Eddie is a big one.
That was pretty creepy, too.
That one, yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
There's so many things about that show. Like,
that show used to scare the shit out of me.
Hell yeah.
As a kid.
Too.
Like, it
the graphics on the face. Like, just the pop-ups and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, it was terrible. And
great show.
Yeah, it was a great show. Like, but I just couldn't bring myself to watch it. Like, it took me a while to look at a couple of episodes. I was like, oh, okay.
Man, the first episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog that I watched was when that guy comes just to like shave him or something. So he has a massive razor, and he's just like having like so much like euphoria of cutting someone's hair or whatever. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
This tall guy with this really like grinchy type smile. His teeth are like blocks and they're all separated. Oh god. You know what? No, I'm gonna pull the image and put it in the video because it's creepy.
Yeah. We're gonna put it right about here.
Yeah, or we're just gonna put it on the screen. Just like here.
Here.
It is not. That really messed me up for a while, honestly. That is so funny thinking about that now.
Yeah, because we're just kids, you know.
Kids. Like I was never afraid of the dark. That was not my thing.
I was kind of scared. Like I had to sleep with lights on.
Nah, I was totally okay with it. But that damn man from Courage the Cowardly Dog fucked me up.
No, what used to scare the crap out of me? Chucky, the doll. That thing used to terrify me. And what's worse is my parents had the Chucky and Tiffany doll, and they'd put it in the room like assholes, and like they would move it without me noticing. I'm like, did y'all move it? They're like, no, why? So they'd fuck with me.
I wasn't allowed to watch those movies.
So my parents let me.
I didn't get that liberty.
Yeah. But I mean, it screwed me up.
Sounds like I didn't miss out on too much.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, it only took until I saw Seed of Chucky because it was more comedic, and I was like, okay, you know, this is stupid, like to be scared of a doll. But I mean, if I just saw a doll running toward me right now, I'd punt the shit out of that thing, like.
Oh man.
And like the logic behind it was so weird. Like he's able to like suffocate people. It's like, you're a plush doll. Like, how do you have the weight of a human? How does that happen?
Isn't it demonic or something?
Yeah, but at the same time though, like it's still a plush doll.
Have you ever faced a demon?
My own demons. That's what alcohol's for.
Oh god. You're right though. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You're about to start sounding like Disturbed on me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah,
but
it was
kind
good.
Of lay off the suicide thing.
Yeah. Very sensitive topic with that.
Yeah. But
yeah, you know, just the stuff that we grew up with. Like looking back at it now, it was like we watched that. Like, how did our parents allow us to look at this crap?
Definitely no. I was pretty monitored.
You're pretty sheltered.
Yeah, I would say monitored. Not sheltered. You know, I got to do my things, but in some rules and regulations.
Yeah.
I wasn't free or anything like that, but yeah. I'm really just thinking about all the dumb shit I was scared of.
Yeah.
Like I was so afraid of like taking a bath. Like I like showers. But for some reason, I always thought I was gonna die if I took a bath.
Just whenever you're washing your hair, a hand's gonna come grab you.
Yeah.
That's actually a very common fear. Like in the shower, being alone, like it's
I can do the shower thing, but sitting in a body of water.
Oh yeah, that'd be terrifying.
I always just thought I was just gonna slip one day and I'm done. So I try to take showers all the time. I don't know, like growing up, my parents, it was like a 2.5 bath or whatever, like Our restroom had a bathtub and all that and shower head, but they just had a stand-in shower. I'll be like, fuck that shit. Trying to run over there. Little 8-year-old looked there, just like, nah, let me just take this shower right quick. I did not want to take a bath. I just wanted to shower. I was really afraid of drowning for some, which makes no sense, dude, because shower's like in your face. Right? I don't know. It's dumb. Like I said, dumb.
All right, well, that's actually all the time we have for this episode. As always, please subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. It's very important. We're going to be posting Tuesdays and Thursdays. What you got, bro?
Nothing.
No,
we're going snowboarding tomorrow, so
yeah. Tune in for that.
Yeah, look forward for that, and bell notification. It's very important.
Yep. All right.
You done?
Yep. Deuces.